the most awaited event. Showtime exactly in about 4 minutes 10 seconds from now. Hello, we're about to begin the most awaited event. Showtime in exactly about a minute and a half. Request everybody to settle down quickly.
Okay, before we begin, that's a quick announcement to everybody. Request you to kindly set your actual correct name so that we can address you and we can invite you on screen based on the name that you present. Request you to kindly enter your full name to identify you. Thank you so much.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Anns and Rotarians, boys and girls, and not to forget dignitaries from the district. Welcome to the installation event for the new team at Midtown. I request all the directors and board members to switch on their video slash camera and please name yourself correctly on your device. Thank you. This event has been curated by Shubharambh Productions Private Limited, which is a full-service event experience agency specializing in corporate live and virtual events and experiential social events and weddings. With more than a decade of industry experience, they know just how to turn an event into a wonderful experience. Their innovation and cooperation has been the bedrock of the success of this event. I will now move to the invocation, which is going to be done by two Bal Vikas students. Both study Bal Vikas under the guidance of Anne Shama, Shrikant's wife. The first invocation will be the Ganesha Stotram by 6-year-old Sai Rihan, followed by Om Tat Sat, a prayer written by Acharya Vinoba Bhave. This will be sung by 13-year-old Shashant.
गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन् नोतिभिसीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
ॐ तत्सत् श्रीनारायणतु पुरुषोत्तमगुरुतो सेधबुद्धतु स्कन्दविनायक सविता पावकतो ब्रह्ममस्दतु यः वशक्तितु एषु पिता प्रभुतो रुद्रविष्णुतो रामकृष्णतो रहीमताओतो ओ रहीमताओतो वासुदेव गो विश्वरूपतो चिदानन्दहरितो अद्वितीयतो अकालनिर्भय आत्मलिङ्ग शिवतो ओ आत्मलिङ्ग शिवतो साई आत्मलिङ्ग शिवतो.
Thank you, Rihan and Shashant, for those wonderful invocations. I request IPP Ravi to please take the chair and address the gathering. Go ahead, Ravi.
Good afternoon to everybody. It is my pleasant duty to call this very special meeting of Rotary Bangalore Midtown and Rotary Midtown Gen Next to order. Distinguished Chief Guest, Justice Venkatachalaya ji, respected District Governor Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, PRID Rotarian Pandurang Shetty, IPDG Rotarian Nagendra Prasad, PDG Rotarian Samir Haryani, galaxy of other past district governors, Zonal Governor Rotarian Ambika Narayan, Assistant Governor Rotarian Nishant Goel, secretaries, district officials, midtowners, Gen Nexters, ANs, ANETs, Rotaractors, and guests. It is a great privilege for me to hand over the baton of leadership of Rotary Bangalore Midtown to the Changemakers team led by President Srikant Bhagwat. This year starts on a more positive and optimistic note than the previous year, which was largely unprecedented, with no signposts along the way to show us the way forward. The fact that the world survived, Rotary thrived, and Midtown scaled new heights in these difficult times itself sets the stage for a new year filled with expectation, with promise and optimism of sustained service accomplishments to come. A difficult Rotary year 2021 saw our district, under the unassuming but committed leadership of IPDG Nagendra Prasad, execute more projects and touch more lives than ever before. Midtown 2 touched over 150,000 lives and executed a large number of projects under various programs.
I think we met them also for this land in EPIP, which was in a
EPIP belongs to Sunlight.
Unmute yourself, Ravi. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. The challenges of the year gone by also accentuate the nuanced changes that Midtown has evolved. New approaches such as infusing fresh blood via the Satellite Club, partnerships, collaborations, investments in systems and governance, etc., are just some examples of such evolution. President Srikant is the right man at the right time to take advantage of this turning tide and fan the glow of service above self over the next 12 months. He has chosen a dynamic team with great care. In wishing the incoming team every success, on behalf of the Skyrockers, I also pledge continued support in every way. Over to you, President Srikant. All the very best to you and your team. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi. We will now have the installation of the new team. As I introduce each director, I request our district governor, Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, to please pin them one by one virtually. We will begin with our most unassuming and dynamic president, T. Srikant Bhagwat. Though he has a large pair of shoes to fill, we are all assured that the size is going to be much larger. A well-respected and award-winning financial advisor, Srikant has a secret side. He is an avid biker and has just ordered his second Harley Davidson. Would you know that? Ever smiling and meticulous, I think Srikant will make a great team leader for Midtown. I now invite First Lady Shama Bhagwat on stage. Shama Bhagwat to join us, please. I now request past President Rotarian Satish Manandi to honor. I now request Rotarian Satish Manandi to honor the First Lady, Shama. Thank you. Thank you. I will now move on to the other board members. IPP Rotarian Ravi Nadangadi, who led our club to lofty heights, even though challenged with the COVID pandemic. We are grateful and I'm sure he will be an invaluable asset to our present team. I request our DG to install our immediate past president, Rotarian Ravi Nadangadi. Rotarian Atul Kaushal is our incoming president-elect and the club service director. Always willing to assist and go the extra mile, I look forward to Atul's strength coming to the fore in the coming year. He is an alumni from the famous La Madnia College from Lucknow. I request the DG to please pin him. Atul joins me on stage. A relatively young Midtowner, his connections are far and wide. Rotarian Sunil Mysore is a person willing to get involved and be counted on. He is the vice president for the coming year and is being groomed for the top spot. I request the DG to please pin Rotarian Sunil. The honorary secretary this year is our enthusiastic and effervescent Namrata Bhatia. She is not only a leading fashion designer, but also a great motivational speaker and transformational coach. She is one of the Wonder Women of Midtown. I request our DG Fazal to please pin her as the honorary secretary for this year. Great job. The tall and handsome Rotarian Anil Lala has always got involved in projects of Midtown and is ready to do more. He is a firm believer in the power of meditation and he teaches what he practices. He is our honorary joint secretary this year. I request DG to please pin Rotarian Anil Lala. A newcomer to Rotary Midtown, Rotarian Griffith David has jumped right in, ready to take responsibility. He is our sergeant at arms for this year. A keen biker, an active adventurist and trekker, Griffith is in the packaged food business. Sir, request you to please pin Griffith David. Thank you, Governor, sir. Rotarian L. Trinath is a chartered accountant by profession and is the treasurer of our club this year. He has been involved in many business ventures and brings with him a meticulous attention to detail. I request the DG to please pin Rotarian Trinath as the treasurer. Thank you, sir. One of the keystones of Rotary the world over is our community service. Midtown has won many laurels in this service over the last few years. The reason? Rotarian Puneet Jalan. This down-to-earth, hard-working, result-oriented guy is our club's secret sauce. He goes out, mobilizes everyone, and gets the job done with meaningful and purposeful assistance to the community at large. A keen golfer, he has agreed to take up the mantle of director, community service for the 4th year in a row. What commitment to service. Thank you, Puneet. I request our DG to please pin Rotarian Puneet Jalan. Our director, international, I'm sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. Manufacturing precision parts has given this Rotarian a very sharp eye. He is an avid photographer and a stickler for detail. Rotarian Deepak Pinto is an extremely good-natured person, and we are fortunate to have him as our director, Rotary Foundation. I request our DG to please pin Rotarian Deepak Pinto. Our director this year for international is Rotarian Sanjeev Bhartiya. A specialist in weaving and hemp fibers usage, he has a large fan following in this field. I request our DG to please pin Sanjeev. Next one. Our vocational service director this year is a stalwart of our club, Rotarian G.S. Bhaskar. Multifaceted, ready to assist, tireless and ever smiling, he has been instrumental in planting 4 Miyawaki forests all around Bangalore, which are now hotspots for us, reducing the temperature in and around those forests. I request our DG to please pin Rotarian Bhaskar virtually. I am told Bhaskar is not in town, is not on this format, so I'll move on. One of Midtown's precious gems is Rotarian Seema Sibal, who is our director teach this year. She is one of the wonder women of Midtown. A low-key, result-oriented, hard-working technologist, she is the ideal choice for this educational outreach of Rotary. Please expect huge results and great work from her this year too. I request our DG to please pin Rotarian Seema Sibal. The present new generation needs a young mindset to understand it and make it a cohesive, productive unit. Our Rotarian Palni Loganathan has that mindset and motivates youngsters to go the extra mile and give results. He is our director, new generation. I request Fazal to please pin him. The membership development chairperson this year is none other than one of the jewels of our club, Rotarian Shama Bhatia. Having successfully donned so many caps in the past years, we are confident Shama will infuse the perfect fit of members to this year's Midtown's fold. I am told she is not available on this format, so I will move on to the next person. Our two co-opted directors this year are Rotarian PP Nadeem Ahmad and Rotarian PP Satish Manandi. Both these Rotarians have led Midtown to great heights in the past. We are sure to benefit hugely from their guidance this year, and I request our DG to please pin them. First, Rotarian Nadeem Ahmad. I'm sorry, Nadeem seems to be traveling. I request Rotarian PP Satish Manandi to please join me.
First to do it only last year.
Satish Manandi to be pinned by DG Fazal. Thank you, sir. Our Rotarian F.R. Singhvi has been appointed to a very important post this year. He is a mentor of our club. Such an apt choice. FR, as we all know and call him, is a chartered accountant by training and profession who migrated to manufacturing, winning many awards along the way. His company, Sansera, makes engineering components and has been recently singled out for praise nationally by our Niti Aayog CEO, Mr. Amitabh Kant. Sansera has a great green outlook and given great results. Congratulations, FR. I request our DG to please pin Rotarian FR Singhvi.
Other bills are outstanding balance.
Another of our mentors this year is the result-oriented, active, never say die team leader, Rotarian MG Pramod, a doyen of engineering parts manufacturing. PAMI, as he is affectionately called, brings a huge wealth of experience and leadership to the table. I am told he is not in town and therefore I'll move on. The Midtown Club's trainer, I have a request to the audience, please mute your devices. Thank you. The Midtown Club's trainer this year is a very soft-spoken, ever-smiling, past president Rotarian Uday Masturlal. A low-key but very successful leader, we are sure he will train and inspire newcomers to become better and successful Rotarians. I am told he is not on this format, therefore we move on. Please mute your devices, gentlemen. Many, many thanks to DG Fazal. I now request Rotarian Namrata Bhatia to please come here and caller President Srikant Bhagwat, after which I request President Srikant to address the gathering. Looking forward to Namrata joining us. Congratulations, well done, pleasure. Wonderful, your batting. Srikant, super. Where's your mic? Okay. You said you wanted. I request Srikanth to please address the gathering.
Me? No. It's okay.
Excuse me. I request everybody to mute your devices. No slide. Jawar for conducting this program so well and bringing it so much energy. Good evening. I offer my greetings to all of you on this very auspicious day of Guru Purnima. I pray for the blessings of my Guru Sri Satya Sai, whose love and grace has made me what I am. I welcome our chief guest, the revered and much respected former Chief Justice of India, Padma Vibhushan, Shri M.N. Venkatchalaya. I am grateful that he so affectionately accepted my request to be with us today. Thank you, sir. Even a minute spent with him is a minute well spent in learning. I welcome PRID Dr. Panduranga Sethi, who I have known since I was in school and more used to calling him as uncle. I welcome the District Governor Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, who has been kind enough to make time and be our installing officer today. I'm sure he must be attending at least 3 or 4 installations every day, and I wonder how, sir, you have the energy to do so much. I also welcome the galaxy of PDGs, dignitaries, district officials, and office bearers who are here to wish us. Thank you so much. I'm happy that all my gurus in Rotary, too, are right here on this day of Guru Purnima. Thank you. I am most honored to be the president of Rotary Bangalore Midtown, and I accept this position most humbly. I recognize this is among the best platforms for anyone who desires to serve society. I think I'm very fortunate to take up this role now. To be the 45th president of Midtown, it is a great number, 4-5, if one believes in numerology. To be president in a year when my district governor, Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, and me are alumni of the same school. And then even further, to be a Rotary president in a year when the RI president is an Indian. A great time indeed to be president. To this moment, I must thank Rotarian Arun Chamaria, who inducted me into Midtown. I must share with my fellow members that I am a 3rd generation Rotarian. Rotary does run in my blood. Even service to society runs in my blood. Not only is my father, Shri T.K.K. Bhagavat, a shining example of service through vocation, my great-grandfather, the Rao Bahadur Bhagwantam Gupta, also dedicated his life to serving society. He was the first Indian in South India to be a collector in British India. He used his position effectively for social reform. Much against society norms of those days, he actively supported widow remarriages, conducting them in his own house at times, and also education for the poor girls and boys. My predecessor, Rotarian Ravi Nedungadi, has set a very high benchmark, achieving a lot in a challenging period of COVID. There is a lot to learn from him, and I'm very happy, my friends, that he continues to remain involved in the affairs of Midtown, offering his counsel to me and the board. It will take some time for me to get used to calling him IPP, dear Ravi. I am truly blessed with a dream team, diverse in nature, and lots of experience, passion, and commitment. Strategically, we have the next 2 years of leaders already committed. Together, we are going to engage and collaborate with Midtowners as well as other agencies to multiply our impact manifold. I am grateful to my wife Shyama and sons Sushain and Dhruva, without whose cooperation and backing I would not have taken this role. I would like to now present to this distinguished audience some of the impactful and important projects we at Midtown have started this year. Slide. everyday holiday serves milk to 1,000 children every day at the Rajendra Nagar slum, providing much needed nutrition, my friends, to these children who have been missing their midday meals due to schools being closed and people losing their jobs. So this is being done at Rajendra Nagar every day, 7 days a week. Okay. Urban stress levels. Next slide, please. Yeah. Urban stress levels have been increasing across all segments of people. Mental health is spoken of as one of the most dangerous diseases today across the world by WHO. Midtown has a tremendous record with Project Manasi for treating rural women for their mental health issues. Now, extending this most valuable service to urban areas, Midtown has formed a team of highly trained volunteers, psychologists and psychiatrists headed by Ann Suma Nedungadi to provide counseling for stressed youngsters in our schools. Why children? I think they are the most vulnerable segment along with the elderly. I am happy to note that the team uniquely consists and includes ants and anettes. Zero hunger. It is not just a pet project of our DG, it is truly a pet project. Midtown will become serving food from a green kitchen to 200 hungry souls every day. This costs only rupees 5,000 per day, my friends, and I urge every one of you to attract blessings on your birthdays and anniversaries by contributing to serve the hungry. Feeding the hungry is said to be the most valuable seva as per the Vedas, since it confers great satisfaction and contentment on the recipient and the giver alike. Yeah. You may think these pictures are some from national parks across the world. No. These are pictures taken at our own urban forest right here in Bangalore, done by Rotary Bangalore Midtown. While the entire world has just about woken up to global warming, we, as people of action, are doing something about it. Midtown is building a good track record in environmental projects that include lake rejuvenation and dense forestry. We have launched our 5th urban forestry project this week, which is strategically located at the spanking new Sir M. Vishwesaraya terminal. The 42,000 square feet of land has been allotted to Midtown to develop a forest. These are high-impact projects that show results in amazingly short time frames. Thanks to our sponsor, Rotarian Rajiv Khaitan, and a very proactive eco-committee, ably headed by Rotarian past President Bhaskar and Rotarian Bimal Desai, these projects are seeing a very quick turnaround time. We propose to develop more urban forests in other parts of the city, such as in government schools this year. Our next important project, and this I think is a path-breaking one, friends, I request your attention. What if we do all the RI focus areas in just one location? We could create massive impact and raise the quality of life of that community by many notches. To that end, Midtown is launching its project to provide a holistic approach to development for villages. I'm happy to announce the launch of our village adoption program, Happy Hurley. This embraces education, healthcare, water management, farmer resources, and skill training, all at the village of Shivanhalli in Anekul Taluk. And this village is just bordering the Banerghatta National Park. Going by the excitement this project is generating amongst us, this will result in a model village the country will be proud of. I must mention that this very nice logo that you see on the screens was designed by Annette Devika Bhaskar, daughter of past President Bhaskar. Next. This one, a brainchild of our DG Fazal Mahmood. The idea is to adopt slums in the city and serve them, eventually building a bond of trust between the youngsters in the community and the police. By engaging with them thus, the endeavor is to reduce crime rates and develop a positive attitude in them. Midtown has chosen to work with the Rajendra Nagar and LR Nagar slums for this purpose. Thank you, DG. It's entirely your inspiration. Other projects in the areas of health camps, cataract surgeries, dialysis, and scholarships will continue as ever and with greater momentum. At this point, I would like to recite a small story to you from the life of PRIP Clifford Doctorman. He was leading a large 200-member club in Texas when this incident happened. It came to his notice that a pregnant lady in the hospital was needing help because she was in the ward and a young child needed caregiving. So Dr. Mann asked one of the Rotarians to go there immediately and be with the lady and help her. This gentleman, for whatever reason, demurred and said he was busy with work. At which point, when Dr. Mann urged him, he said, I will send somebody instead of me to help her. This angered Dr. Mann a lot, and he almost had to threaten him of not being a Rotarian. At which point of time, this gentleman, this Rotarian from Texas, goes to the hospital. What happens when he goes there? He goes, sees a young child there with a pregnant lady, and immediately his heart reaches out, and he takes her out for some food and drink, and brings her back and takes care of her. Then as he looks around, he sees that the entire ward that this lady was very unkempt. It was in one of the lesser known neighborhoods of the city. What happens? He thinks, I now need to get this ward cleaned. So he speaks to the hospital director and says, I am going to take the responsibility for cleaning up this entire ward. Director, very happy, gets it done. After that, he says, I would like to now contribute for the equipment to this hospital, and so on and so forth. Just by being there and engaging in an action, engaging in empathy and kindness, changed the man. And when he went back to Clifford Doctorman, the PRIP says, you are today a Rotarian. That is the power of acting. So whatever we are busy in, my friends, whatever we are busy in, we are meant to be busy with our work and families and whatnot. But we have to take time out to be a Rotarian and go act in kindness, in empathy, serving society. We are the change makers. Let us go out and help society and change them. Make time for this, my gentlemen. 2 days back, when I had gone to speak to one of our Midtowners and invite him, talking about our projects, he said something which stuck in my heart, in my mind. He said, for every act of goodness a Midtowner does, for every act of goodness a Midtowner does, all the 106 members get the blessings. That is the multiplier effect, my friends. Each of you are responsible for blessings for all of us, all the Rotarians in the world. Okay? Thank you so much. I hope I have your cooperation. Jai Hind.
Thank you. What an inspiring speech, Srikanth. We are sure this will take Midtown and Midtowners to greater heights. I am told that Nadeem is back, and I would like to invite Nadeem to the screen to be pinned by DG Fazal as the co-opted director this year. Nadeem. I'm told that Bhaskar is also now available, and I would request Bhaskar to please come on screen to be pinned by our DG Fazal. Bhaskar. Bhaskar. It is now my pleasure and privilege to introduce the chief guest of this evening. Sri I stand corrected. I am now being told that Pami is also available. I request MG Pramod also to please come on the screen and be pinned by DG Fazal as one of the mentors. Pami, yes, now we can see you, Pami. Well done. Please. It is now my privilege and pleasure to introduce the chief guest this evening. Sri M.N. Venkatachalaya was born on October 25, 1929. He started practicing law in 1951 after completing his education in law from the University of Bangalore. He was appointed a permanent judge of the High Court of Karnataka in 1975 and elevated as a judge to the Supreme Court in 1987. In February 1993, he became the Chief Justice of India. He served as the chairman of the National Human Rights Commission from 1996 to 1998. He also served as the chancellor of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Prashanti Nilayam, Puttaparthi. Justice Venkatachalaya was conferred with the Padma Vibhushan in 2004. A 1,000-page biography about him has been written by a retired Chief Justice at Delhi and released in April this year. One of the most eminent people I know, and I request you, sir, to please address our gathering. Thank you. Yes, sir, please go ahead. Could you please unmute your device, sir? Thank you. Please unmute your device so that we can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, now we can hear you, sir. Please carry on.
Very good. Very good. District Governor Shri Fazal Mahmood, the newly installed president of the Midtown Bhagwat, all the respected and distinguished Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen. I just heard a very inspiring talk from the incoming Shrikant Bhagwat on the achievements of his club. I'm not a stranger to Rotary movement, though I did not qualify to be a Rotarian myself. But in 1993, some 30 years ago, they conferred a fellowship on me. I flaunt this Paul Harris Fellowship symbol very preciously. What impressed me today is, despite the gloom and a kind of sense of defeatism that is facing society, and this pandemic, Bhagwan said what the Rotary was able to do and what it proposes to do is a fresh breeze indeed. I know Srikanth's family traditional service, a different aspect of Srikanth's personality unfolded. The way in which he presented the achievements of his club and the tasks that they undertook to accomplish. Ladies and gentlemen, Rotary movement is an extraordinary movement. When I see when I spent about 15 years in Delhi, I was familiar with a number of the leading Rotarians there. In fact, they invited me to address 2 Rotary institutes. One was in Agra, I remember. It was a largely attended function. It was a very glittering, beautiful function. I think it was in a very big hotel in Agra. The other one was in Delhi when the international president himself had come. And at the function, he came and introduced himself as a lawyer. And I forget his name. What I wish to convey to you is, after meeting Rotarians, I've met them over a span of 30 years. Some of them, particularly an old friend of mine, very distinguished Rotarian. And he was Secretary General of the Raj Sabha, and he was also Governor of the Uttaranchal state. And he invited me to Uttaranchal state to the establishment of that state itself. And I spent some time with him. He had in mind. He started a very interesting project in Dehradun. A lady came to him as governor and said she wanted her husband who had been convicted of an offense and imprisoned for life to be released on humanitarian grounds, that she had 2 daughters who were young and who had nothing to do, no resources to live upon. The governor asked me, I was present in his chambers when this happened, why can't I extend the governor's power under the to remit the sentence, because it's a human case. He said, see the Constitution. It said the governor can remit. I told him it's a very interesting provision in the Constitution. But there's one small defect in it. It conveys exactly the opposite of what it really means. You can't do anything about it. It's only the government must recommend to you. It is only advice of the cabinet that you can act upon it. You'll have to send it to the government. As usual, the government turned it down. I mean, understandably. It was a case of a murder. The court had held him guilty, and the whole establishment, the police establishment, was against it. Then he did one better. He opened a school for poor children. And the qualification for entry was that the parents should not have, and that's a beautiful institution. The whole Rotary stood in support of him. The institution, if I remember right, is called the Him Jyoti. close friends, and he supported the movement in a very big way. And when I see this, I watch them. I watch what the Rotarians have done to the Rotary movement. It's an extraordinary performance, extraordinary service, extraordinary commitment to service. But I have also seen what Rotary has done to the Rotarians. They have transformed some of them. They have transformed their philosophy, personal life, and changed it for the better. I always say, when a judge sits in the court with the robes on, from 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock in public days, I've gone through that process myself. Everybody in the court, you may not be connected with the case that's going on there, but you are in public gaze from 11 to 5 every day, every week, every month, every year, for years together. And that kind of a gaze, of public scrutiny of your personality has the transforming effect. That's why they say judicial robes change the man inside. The Rotarians' robe also change the man inside. Some of them have become very sweet people. They have, apart from vicissitudes of life and experiences of life, what Rotary and the commitment to service, impersonal service to mankind, the impersonal love is an expression of the impersonal love for mankind. It's not a personal love, it's an impersonal love. And this is a very transforming influence on the lives of people. And Srikanth Bhagwat's family has a special tradition of service. And I've seen their work. Ladies and gentlemen, what I wish to convey today is that the whole humanity is going through a process of great turmoil and introspection. Every good deed that you do today is blessed 1,000 times by God, because these are the days when things are impossible to contemplate it with regard to their consequences.
Sir, could I request you to please unmute, sir? I cannot hear you.
Are you able to do that
Yes,
now?
here, sir. Please carry on.
Very good, sir. I was just saying, I was just paying my tribute to the Rotary movement, Rotary philosophy, and more particularly the Rotarians, who have taken their task so seriously as a sacred entrustment of a sacred trust into their hands of a commitment to the Rotary principles. And though I am not a practicing Rotarian, I have been honored with fellowship, Paul Harris Fellowship, some 30 years ago, with a badge which I carry with some sense of pride, and a sense of pride perhaps without a sense of responsibility correspondingly going with it. And I'm most grateful to Srikanth Bhagwat and the Rotarians for inviting me to be with you and to share my great sense of appreciation, personal admiration for each one of you for the commitment you have made. I've heard so highly of your district governor, Prasad Mohammed, and God bless him. And under the leadership of his leadership, this is Mr. Pandurang Shetty here. Oh my goodness. Well, sir. Pandurang Shetty is an old friend of mine. The family I have known personally for a long time. And I was speaking of Sudarshan Agarwal, whom he also knows personally. And I've known and met most of the leading Rotarians in North India. And in the two Rotary institutes where they asked me to address them, It was a very glittering, beautiful function. And very, very many important people were present there. And their commitment to Rotary movement and its purposes and ambitions and its motives and expectations were so high and so clear. Thank you very much for inviting me. This is a very glittering function. The compeer who spoke so beautifully and introduced every one of them with such great eclat and distinction. And I convey my very affectionate and respectful compliments to each one of you and wish you a great success in the task you have undertaken. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Sir, we request you to please be online for a minute. We want to join in. Thank you, Srikant and me. So we also know that you have taken part in so many Rotary activities in Delhi. You have never missed a Polio Plus camp. You have physically been there.
Oh yes. I have walked with the Rotarians in every street in those areas and persuaded people to have the drops. They put some 2 drops into the throat of the child.
I heard about those days, sir, and I wanted you to mention, but since you skipped it, I said I should remind you. And we thank you for your service to mankind and your complete simplicity and humility. I must say, we admire you for everything that you have done, sir. Thank you again.
To the nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We just heard some wonderful words from our chief guest, and we have some huge ideals to live up to. Our club has always been a pioneer and has brought about quite a few significant changes in the Rotary movement in Bangalore and beyond. One such pioneering move was to introduce the concept of a Rotary club for youngsters, mainly adult children of current Midtowners, to become Rotarians in their own right. Thus was born the new club called Gen Next. It is our satellite club. This club started a few months ago and has already done some commendable community outreach projects with just 22 members. My son Kush is a member of this Next Gen Rotary Club, and I would now like to hand over the mic to him for a short while. Kush, I want to hand over to you now. Can I have Kush on screen, please?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Kush, there you go. All yours.
Thank you. Good evening and greetings to all dignitaries. First and foremost, I would like to sincerely thank Ravi Uncle for taking the initiative to form the Rotary Gen Next Club. It was his vision and guidance that helped Rotary Gen Next to start off with flying colors. We look forward to taking Gen Next to greater heights by following the footsteps of Rotary Bangalore Midtown. A few project highlights from the past year are as follows. Mask donation project. Gen Next contributed over 15,000 masks to government school students and also to the Bangalore police. Gift a blanket project. Gen Next teamed up with Rotary Bangalore Midtown to spread warmth by distributing blankets to the needy. Pongal Toy Drive project. 200 gift wrap toys and goodie bags were distributed to 170 cheerful children of LR Nagar. Vaccination camps for Rotarians and families. In partnership with Manipal Hospital and Narayana Hospitals, Gen Next successfully vaccinated 1,600 people from the Rotary fraternity. I would now like to invite DG Rotarian Fazal Mahmood to virtually pin the board members of Gen Next. Immediate past chair, Rotarian Rajesh Sadhwani, better known as Sunny, realtor by profession, a real people's person with a live and let live attitude, dedicated and committed to anything and everything he takes up. Loves traveling, but a true Bangalorean at heart. I now request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Rajesh Sadhwani. Chairman Rotarian Zain Farooq. In the business of real estate, he is dedicated, committed, and sincere. He works hard and makes his dreams a reality. He is the true Bollywood star of our Rotary Club. I now request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Zain Farooq. Thank you, sir. Chair-elect Rotarian Faraz Fazal. A retailer by profession, he is meticulous, dependable, fun-loving, and easygoing. He has a zest for knowledge and loves reading books and learning new things. I request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Faraz Fazal. Rotarian Tahir Merchant is the vice chair this year. Tahir is a business entrepreneur, accidental athlete, and dad to two doting daughters. He is the Iron Man of Rotary Gen Next. I request DG sir to please pin Vice Chair Rotarian Tahir. Secretary Rotarian Aishwarya Nedengadi. She is highly organized with an eye for detail. Some would say she is an Enthu cutlet with a love for animals. Her smile and her bubbly nature are infectious. I now request DG sir to please pin Secretary Rotarian Aishwarya. Joint Secretary Rotarian Siddharth Bhatia. Siddharth Bhatia is a widely acclaimed tech guru. He is meticulous in planning and execution. His tech skills made our vaccination camps very smooth. I now request DG sir to please pin Joint Secretary Rotarian Siddharth. Rotarian Salil Agarwal is our treasurer this year. Salil is a dependable and interactive personality. He is an investment banker who has a passion for cars. He is also a fitness enthusiast and loves food. I request DG sir to please pin treasurer Rotarian Salil. Rotarian Anjana Sastri is the Sergeant at Arms, a highly driven and enthusiastic professional in the field of real estate and education. She enjoys learning new things and meeting new people. Her hobbies include playing badminton, football, golf, and traveling. I now request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Anjana. Rotarian Vineet Bhatia is the club service director, a serial entrepreneur, dedicated, hardworking, jovial person who can easily fit in everywhere. His passions include traveling, food, and cultures. I now request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Vineet. Rotarian Samyukta Manandi is the Community Service Director this year, a highly energetic and motivated person who is always ready to try new things, full of life and very activity driven, a foodie and avid traveler. I now request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Samyukta. Rotarian Aditya Jain is the membership director. He has a natural stone business. He is gregarious and an affable person. He is extremely dedicated and passionate about his work. If you ever want to know which are the new and best restaurants in Bangalore, just ask Rotarian Aditya. Unfortunately, Rotarian Aditya could not make this meeting today. Rotarian Roshni Bhatia is the Vocational Service Director this year. She is intuitive, innovative, and believes in collaboration. She is passionate about the arts and culture. I request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Roshni. Rotarian Rajat Kedia is the Youth Service Director this year, an easygoing person with no qualms about anything. He has been in the plastics and packaging business for 17 years. His interests lie in traveling far and beyond with 42 countries and counting. I request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Rajat. Rotarian Kumaresh Buvalka is the International Service Director this year, a fitness enthusiast, team player with an optimistic outlook towards everything he does. By profession, a leather products manufacturer, personal interests include traveling, sports, and adventure. A complete foodie and an animal-friendly person. I request DG sir to please pin Rotarian Kumaresh. Rotarian Raghav Kapoor is the fundraising service director this year. Raghav has studied at the University of Bristol and completed his mechanical engineering. Today, he heads a facility management company called Sila and is an avid football fan. Unfortunately, Rotarian Raghav was not able to join the meeting today. Thank you, DG Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, for virtually pinning our board members. I now invite Chairman Rotarian Zain Farooq to address the gathering.
Good evening to our most honored guests, my fellow Rotarians and Gen Nexters. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this installation ceremony today. I would like to acknowledge the presence of past Rotary International Director, Rotarian Panduranga Shetty, and District Governor, Rotarian Fazal Mahmood. I would like to thank my fellow Gen Nexters who entrusted me with the responsibility of leading our club this year, and I would like to firmly assure that we as a team will continue to do our best. It is a pleasure to acknowledge and congratulate our immediate past chair, Mr. Rajesh Sadhwani, and the entire board on achieving many great milestones. Gen Next is a club filled with great talent, young leaders, and together we will do great things. Our areas of focus this year will be healthcare, women empowerment through education, and environment. Under healthcare, we have currently vaccinated over 1,350 underprivileged individuals and intend to continue more such vaccination drives. We have also committed to build a dispensary at the Silver Line Midtown School for the needy and underprivileged of our society. Women empowerment through education. Our focus on women empowerment will be to mentor, provide scholarship to girl students for higher education. We have already committed to sponsor 10 students under the scholarship program this year at the Silver Line Midtown School. Environment. We will focus on improving our environment, which is one of the avenues that Gen Next has chosen this year, and we hope to do impactful projects that will leave a green mark. The international theme of Rotary this year, announced by President Shekhar Mehta, is Serve to Change Lives. He encourages all Rotarians to be the change makers. We will accomplish his vision and theme. Thank you. Looking forward to making this a very memorable year. Over to you, Kush.
Thank you, Rotarian Zain. I would like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate Rotarian Rajesh Sadhwani and the entire Gen Next team on a successful year, and wishing Rotarian Zain Farooq and the entire team for a great year ahead. I now hand it over back to Rotarian Jawahar Gopal. Thank you.
Thank you, Kush. That was nice. You've taken charge. Looks like it runs in the family. Only announcing, huh? That's it. I'm looking forward to taking a group photograph of all the board members here. Can I request all the board members who are present in the studio to please join us, as well as get all the board members who are not here, get them organized virtually, so we have a very interesting group photograph, physical and virtual together. New theme. I can see Nam, I can see Srikant, I can see Atul, and Shama. I can also, where did Satish go? Okay. And no, I'm not in the team. I'm not in the team. All the board members to please switch on their videos, only then can we get them on screen. If you don't, you'll be missing from this photograph, please. Please put on your video so we can put you on the screen. Sunil Mysore, video, please put it on. Who else? Who else? Okay, I'm going to take leave because I'm not part of the board. All the best, all the very best. Back by popular demand. everybody. Thank you, Rotarians and hands. I'd like to continue the rest of the installation now, please. It is now my pleasure to connect you to a person who needs no introduction in the Rotary world. The original superstar Rotarian from Bangalore, Rotarian M.K. Panduranga Setti, who is popularly known as MKP. 30 years ago, MKP was made a director of Rotary International in 1991, and after that has held many posts in the Rotary world since then. In fact, this week, PRID Pandu, as he is usually called, has been appointed a nominating committee member for electing the RI president for 2023-24 from Zone 7, which is our zone. He is also the GSR of our club. I would like now to request MKP sir to say a few words to our audience. The stage is yours, Mr.
My dear fellow Rotarians, District Governor Fazil, Chief Justice Venkatachalaya, President Bhagwat, my dear fellow Rotarians who are all listening and following the program. First of all, 46 years ago, when I was appointed as the GSR, there was so much pressure to start another club, and that was Bangalore Midtown. And I'm so proud that we have had such wonderful Rotarians becoming members even at that time, and continuously this club has been making such progress. And when I heard the progress made under Nedangadi this year is remarkable. Under most difficult days, if we can make so much progress, imagine what has been done in the past. My dear friends, you have got a new leader. I thought he was already a past president. I never knew till Bhagwat contacted me that I should be attending his installation meeting. I didn't realize that he was not a past president. And he has been very cleverly avoiding, and at the back of the club, he has been very silently working. He is such a wonderful Rotarian, and a team of good Rotarians in this club have been working very hard, and the amount of progress you have made is such noteworthy and praiseworthy. I would like to congratulate each one of you for doing such noble work in considering the needs of the community. All your work has been done in the most wanted areas, I must say. The clinic, the kind of services which you have undertaken, like forestry and various other types of things, because I have been given only 2 minutes. I can't take more time in elaborating what all you have done. I must say that you have been a wonderful club, progressing very well. At a time, I was worried as I saw dwindling of membership. Now I am so happy that your club has grown in number, and many new members have become so active. And I would like to congratulate each one of you for doing such wonderful job, and may God bless each one of you who is present today or who is not present today. May God bless all of you to give you strength and continue to work for the community at large, where we believe the work lies and the world speaks. Thank you so much for allowing me to say a few words in this evening's function. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your kind words and guidance, Rotarian MKP. I would now request our President's recount to announce the charter of the new Rotary Club of Bangalore, Rotaract Club of Bangalore, Midtown. Thank you, sir. The founder member, Rotaractor Isha Goswami, to also join us on stage while this is going on.
So, a few words of introduction. Rotaractor Isha Goswami was the past president of Rotaract Club of Mount Carmel College. And while IPP Ravi Nedungadi, Isha and her team and me were chatting, the idea came about that those who are coming out of the institutions from active Rotaract work need a place to go to. And that is when Isha said that let's form a new Rotaract Club. And that's how it is. And with the complete cooperation, support of the District Governor Fazal Mahmood, and I request him to announce the charter after Isha Goswami mentions a few words about a vision for this club. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening to all the dignitaries, dear Midtowners, as well as everyone who's watching this virtually here today. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate President Rotarian Shrikant sir and the Board of Directors 21-22 of Rotary Bangalore Midtown. We look forward to a year full of learnings, various experiences under your tremendous leadership. I'd also like to congratulate Chair Zain Farooq and Board of Directors 21-22. May this year be as impactful as ever for your team. For those who don't know me, I am Rotaractor Isha Goswami, IPP 2021 of the Rotaract Club of Mount Carmel College. As our team grew breaking through the societal norms and ideologies the previous Rota year, we realized we have so much more to offer to everyone and ourselves. Today, we are a team full of energy and enthusiasm, chartering us, called the Rotaract Bangalore Midtown. I, as a founder, take the stage as an opportunity and blessing to promise to build an inclusive, diversified, youth-driven club that makes a real difference for all. The pandemic has turned out to be the most significantly disruptive event ever witnessed by our generation. This has influenced almost everything and has changed our life in many ways. Based on the same ideology, we drew our agenda for the year: resilience in action. Resilience is made up of 5 pillars: self-awareness, mindfulness, self-care, positive connection, and a purpose. We plan to reinforce these 5 pillars by creating flexible opportunities for our generation, which as a result will help to oversee the push in our actions. The need of the hour is to look beyond what's available as mere information and reach out to help overcome challenges that are beyond our eye reach. Our sectors of focus will include education for all, animal welfare, sustainable environmental actions, and building sportsmanship in every possible way. We wish to build an inclusive, equal, and diversified club with our vision and mission in mind for the greater good of me, you, and us. Lastly, I'd like to welcome my team for coming together as a real change makers and with the best promising attitude ever. We're going to make Midtown shine. We're going to shine together. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a lovely day.
Thank you, Isha. Wonderful words from somebody so young. Wish you all the very best. I now request our mentor, Rotarian F.R. Singhvi, to kindly introduce our district governor, Rotarian Fazal Mahmood, who will then address this gathering. Over to you, Fazal.
Thank you, Shrikant, for the honor and opportunity given to me to introduce Fazal, a smart, tall, handsome professional with a charming wife. Not only has done well on the family front, with his children doing extremely well, but he has also built homes, villas, educational institutions, mosques for the society at large, and keeping large number of families very happy in their houses. Leading a team of cricket and football in his college time, he became an architect, and being the head of the family, now he's heading district governor, he's heading Rotary District 3190 and leading us all like a cadet of NCC Army into the world of charity and community upliftment. I present to you Fazal. He's none other than our district governor 2122 Fazal Mahmood. His Rotary career started very early in college days in 1979, joining as a charter member of Rotary, just the way the previous speaker did. I feel extremely proud that, to say that I've done lots of things in life and have been very successful, but this act of mine ranks one of the best, that I've been so successful. During my short stint as a Rotarian in Jayanagar Rotary Club, we started a Rotary Club. And in that short period of 1 year, I was involved in formation of Rotary Club through Jayanagar Rotary Club. And I was the one who brought in Fazal, as he told me, into the Rotary along with my brother Praveen. So I feel very proud that that small action of mine is today here in the form of leader of District 3190. Congratulations, Fazal. I can't think of better things for myself looking at what you have done joining Rotary 1979.
Thank you.
So I feel very humble and grateful for the opportunity that God gave me to bring you in. His performance has been superlative in Rotary, right from the day of his joining Rotary Club, the best president of Rotary, the best Rotary Club under his chairmanship. And very early, his talents for Rotary was recognized, and he's been part of Rotary District for the last 15 plus years. And I will not get into the details, but every single position in Rotary world, he has taken responsibilities, be it conducting conferences or being part of global grant projects or working on international front. So he's been in forefront and leading by example. So apart from Rotary, the time that he spends, he is also local and global in other organizations, being very active in Baswangudi area, in the local area upliftment. He is actively involved in international organization at global level on most wanted situation in life, that is religious freedom, interfaith initiatives, global peace by promoting global exchange program of youth. These are most necessary for the world peace. I've known Fazal since childhood days, being my brother's friend. So I can tell you and vouch for it, that the virtue that he has is most divine in his humility, which helps in appreciating and admiring good in others. His attitude is very contagious and worth emulating. The example is that he brought me more active in Rotary this year by bringing on his advisory group, which all the years I have avoided. So how convincing he is. So ladies and gentlemen, I present you a very self-disciplined, motivated, and youthful change maker leader of Rotary International District 3190 for this year, Fazal Mahmood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jawahar bhai, should I start?
Please start, DG.
Yeah.
Please begin, DG.
Thank you, Fatu Bhai Sa, as I fondly call him. It is a FR for all of you, but it is Fatu Bhai Sa for me, because he was instrumental and a guiding force to me. And in 1979, he was the one who brought me to Rotaract. On this Guru Purnima Day, I think he is my Guru. I have been following him throughout my younger days, and I have been a family member of his, because it was no day where we would not be there at the Singvi Sadan on 13/4 PMK Road, Shankarpuram. Fatu Bhai Sa, we have been seeing you, and you are the role model for all of us. Thank you so very much for guiding me into this wonderful journey of Rotary. Thanks a lot. Chainmaker President, Rotarian Srikant Bhagwat, His Gracious First Lady, Praga Shyama, Honorary Secretary, Rotarian Namrata Bhatia Ma'am, Satellite Club Chair, Rotarian Zain Farooq of Gen Next. Chief guest of this evening, the most revered former Chief Justice of India, Padma Vibhushan, M.N. Venkatachalayaji, GSR of this wonderful club, Pride of District 3190, past Rotary International Director Panduji, Skyrocker immediate past President, Rotarian Ravi Nedungadi, my co-president Punjaji is also on the platform, Zone Governor Ambika Narayan, Zone Secretary Abhishek, Assistant Governor Nishant Goel, District Secretary DLV Harini and Keshav, Chainmaker Presidents, Chainmaker District Officers, Chainmaker Rotarians of this illustrious club, and the new satellite club of ANITS, Gen Nexters, Galaxy of Past District Governors, Rotractors, Intractors, Friends in Rotary, Friends of Rotary, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to one and all. It's my profound privilege and great pleasure to be amongst the passionate Rotarians of this vibrant and illustrious club, Rotary Club of Bangalore Midtown, a club which is the first 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club in our district 3190. This club has 44 years of history of yeoman service and selfless to the community. Congratulations to all the 106 Rotarians of this wonderful club. Dear friends, I bring greetings from our Rotary International President, Rotarian Shekhar Mehta ji, His Gracious First Lady, Rashi Mehta ma'am, and 6,500 Rotarians of our district 3190. Dear friends, this club is not only producing good leaders at the club, but has built leadership beyond the club. They have been giving leaders to the district year after year. I am very happy to say that we have about 10 Rotarians from your club who will be the Chainmaker team for the year 21-22. Thank you, Midtowners, for being with us in this journey of 21-22. Past presidents of this club have set an example and carved a roadmap for the incoming leaders who will take this club to greater heights. We heard our dear friend, Skyrocker immediate past president, Ravi Nedungadi, who has accomplished a lot of service projects. Congratulations for achieving everything in those challenging times. Last year, Ravi Nedungadi and the Rotarians of your club who converted every challenge into an opportunity to do service. I take this opportunity to thank Skyrocker and congratulate him, President Ravi Nedungadi, and all the Rotarians of this illustrious club, Rotary Club of Bangalore Midtown, for a great Rotary year of service. The Rotarians of this Rotary Club, along with their president, have braved and stood in the forefront to serve the community in the most challenging times. My hearty congratulations to Changemaker President Srikant for taking over the mantle of leadership. My good wishes to the Chainmaker President, club officers and the Rotarians of Rotary Club of Bangalore Midtown, a glorious Rotary year of service. Dear friends, on this day, as there is a change of guard at your club, the Chainmaker President and your Rotarians have come up with a lot of new vision, a lot of aspirations, and renewed focus on various projects and programs that are going to be rolled out to address the needs of the community and thus serve the cause of Rotary. Chainmaker President, Rotarian Srikant Bhagat and his team have the club plans and programs firmed up to ensure another meaningful and purposeful Rotary year. Be it the model village, what he calls it a happy Halli at Shivanahalli, Hosa Belaku at Rajendra Nagar slum, mental health treatment for children, Project Manasi, milk served to 1,000 children every day as nutrition, which he calls it a Halu Day, every day as a Halu Day. And you have been giving a lot of urban forests. I think this is the 5th one you'll be giving, and Zero Hunger. And a great initiative you started and have given a charter presentation to the Rotary Club of Midtown. Congratulations, Rotary Isha. This is your 3rd Rotary Club. I think the first one was an institution based at Mount Carmel. The second one was at Marthalli, and now this is the 3rd one. And of course, you have started a Gen Next as well, a Rotary Satellite Club. Congratulations to Zain and all the Gen Nexters for taking over as the Chainmaker Rotarians. Congratulations. All of you, I'm sure, are delighted to be on the anvil of another Rotary year of service to humanity, together with strengthened fellowship and friendship, which is the hallmark of Rotary Bangalore Midtown. Each and every one of you is a change maker, and this is your platform, my dear friends, Rotary has given us. Remember always what our RI President Shekhar Mehta emphasizes. It is not the magnitude of what we do that matters. It is the attitude with which we serve that matters. It is with this commitment that Rotary International has served humanity for the last 116 years and has thus far impacted millions of lives globally. Rotary has lasted 116 years because of our strong ethics, our passion for service above self, and our unique approach to problem solving. One of the greatest strengths of Rotary is how we reach across our communities and across national, ethnic, religious, and political divisions to unite people of all denominations and different cultural backgrounds. Last Rotary year, our district created ripples in the Rotary world by a lot of heart-touching service projects in these challenging times. And it was your Skyrocker President, Ravi Nedungadi, and his team who are responsible for this. Such challenges forces one to face the unknown with a lot of grit and determination. One ends up digging very deep within to find the inner strength that one never thought existed. My dear Rotarians, this is the fire which brings out one's best when things seem impossible. The outbreak of the pandemic may have altered the way Rotary clubs function, but it will never dampen our Rotary enthusiasm and spirit. We are surrounded by loss, pain, grief, and stress. But my dear friends, all we need to give is love, compassion, and kindness. Let us share this in abundance. Seize every opportunity to deliver amazing projects, be it big or small, it does not matter, and bring about change not only in ourselves, but also the people that surround us. And do it and let our mission begin right today. Together, let us make it the best year of our lives by making it a year to grow more and do more. Let this be a year of change makers, and let us begin with our membership. That is precisely why the Each One Bring One initiative is so important. During this year, I urge you to dream of new ways in which Rotary can expand its reach into community and therefore the world. If each member introduces one person to Rotary, our membership can increase to 1.3 million by July 2022. So let's just do it. Imagine the change we as Rotary members can make when there are so many more of us, more people to care for others, more people to serve to change lives. Think of the impact we can have through Grow More, Do More. More members will be enabled to embark on the bigger and bolder service projects. Each of us can also continue to serve in our own personal ways, responding to needs in our communities. The beauty of Rotary is that service means different things to different people around the world. One element, however, that we can incorporate into all our service initiatives is empowering girls. Unfortunately, even in this day and age, girls and young women face disproportionate challenges all over the world. We have the power to lead the charge for gender equality, my dear friends, empowering girls and young women to have greater access to education, better health care, more employment, and equality in all walks of life should be embedded in every project we launch. Girls are future leaders, so we must ensure that we help them shape their future. The biggest gift we are given is the power to touch a life, to change, to make a difference in the circle of life. If we can reach out with our hand, heart, and soul, the magic will start to happen as the wheel begins to roll. Let's turn the wheel together so all humanity thrives. These are challenging times, and I compliment each of your efforts in grappling with COVID-19. No challenge is too big for Rotarians. The bigger the challenge, the more passionate Rotarian. Look at the millions of lives we improve by strengthening access to water, sanitation, and hygiene. Look at what we do every year to promote peace in places where it seems unimaginable. This year, let us challenge ourselves to do more such projects and programs that have national reach and impact. After a lot of deliberation, our district team has come up with various plans and goals we seek to achieve this year. These goals can be achieved only through your active participation to make them happen. We look forward to creating happy old age homes across the city. Our elders have made us what we are today, and we in turn need to show gratitude in the winter of their lives by returning the love and care we received from them. We would like the clubs the option to adopt and make happy old age homes. I urge you to grab this opportunity and fill joy into their lives. This apart, we plan to adopt foster homes for children from economically challenged families and often during the COVID pandemic. You can be their beacon of love and care, my dear friends. Sahyoga has been initiated by our District 3190 to forge alliance between Bangalore-based Rotary clubs and the Rotary clubs based outside Bangalore city. Sahyoga, in consonance with one of the buzzwords of the year 21-22, collaborate. Sahyoga envisions 2 Bangalore-based clubs to partner with one outside Bangalore-based club to work in tandem to roll out need-based service projects, laying emphasis on all the 7 areas of focus, encouraging fellowship among the members, organize joint meetings and cultural exchange programs periodically to foster the spirit of Rotary. All the projects under Sahyoga will be executed at the respective area to which the non-city club belongs to. Rotary International President Shekhar Mehta ji has encouraged the members across the globe to be the change makers, synonym with the theme of the year, serve to change lives. The dream project of District 3190, as your change maker president said, is Hosabelaku, in tune with the Rotary International theme 2122. We wish to change the lives of the underprivileged living in 100 odd slums in Namma Bengaluru in association with Bangalore City Police. The project envisages Rotary clubs in Bangalore to adopt a slum at least and offer need-based service encompassing all the Rotary's 7 areas of focus with an emphasis on girl empowerment. Zero Hunger, which is a pet project of mine, as well as your Chainmaker President Srikant's, which envisages providing grocery kits to the needy at the orphanages, old age homes, and to the underprivileged to eliminate hunger. Also, let us provide food to the attendants of the patients at the government hospitals on the day we Rotarians and our families celebrate our birthdays and wedding anniversaries. As your Chainmaker President said, it just costs 5,000 rupees for one day. And if all of us celebrate our birthdays and anniversaries, I'm sure we can feed all those people who are there as attendants at the hospitals. Our basic education and literacy programs have nation building impact. The first letter of acronyms TEACH of RILM is T, which stands for Teachers Training. When we support to educate a child, we empower a child. But when we train and empower a teacher, we empower a number of children. We would like you to encourage Jnana Yoga online training for teachers on 21st century skills to empower students. To make our country a 100% literate country, we need to encourage adult education to the disadvantaged communities in our own neighborhood and remote rural areas. Let us provide reading and writing skills to the fellow human beings who have been deprived of their basic school education. Between Rotarians, Rotractors, Intractors, and our inner wheel sisters, several thousands of illiterates can be provided basic education to facilitate them to make a better living. Let us educate our own maid servants, our car drivers, or any other menial staff whom we work with. The world needs Rotary now more than ever. My dear friends, it is up to us to make sure that Rotary opens opportunities for generations to come. Shekhar Mehta has urged Rotarians to be more involved in service projects. He has emphasized caring for and serving others is the best way to live, as it changes not only others' lives but our own lives as well. Change is only constant in life, and let us serve towards bringing about qualitative change in lives of those around us. If we do so, we will contribute in making the world a better place to live in. Let's make Rotary an organization of choice that does not need marketing. Sabiha and I take this opportunity to thank you for all your love and affection and look forward to standing shoulder to shoulder with you for all that you do to create lasting legacies in your community. I want to thank every one of you for giving me the responsibility and the privilege of serving as your district governor. There are far too many people to thank by name at this club for the tremendous support I received from you and which I have received in the past. And every day I have been receiving it day in and day out. As chain makers, our priority in Rotary year 21-22 is to change lives by engaging with our own Rotarians, our Rotary families, the communities we serve, the stakeholders we work with, and see to it that we empower all of them and then work in collaboration to celebrate Rotary. Thank you, Srikant, and thank all the Rotarians of Midtown for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. And I had a wonderful learning this evening. Thank you so very much.
It was a pleasure listening to you, dear Fazal. Your words carry so much weight and guidance, and your vision and leadership will be followed. We are sure you will have a very successful year ahead. I want to share a few thoughts before I go to the next segment. I want to say here that food satisfies the body, education and travel satisfy the mind, and kindness and compassion satisfy your heart, but it is only selfless service that will satisfy your soul. So please do not forget selfless service and make sure that you do it every day. Thank you very much, Fazal Saad. Kind of you to have participated and given us so much guidance.
Thank you.
I want,
Thank you, Jawahar Bhai. Thanks a lot, Jawahar Bhai.
I want Shrikant to please join me here. Shrikant.
I would like to thank you, DG Fazal, out of my heart for your inspiring words. I have been seeing you over the last few months speaking to us Rotarians, either on a one-on-one basis or one-to-many, but yes, whenever you speak, there's one thing that I have noted. You speak from the heart. And that emotion reaches out to all of us, and we are able to empathize. We learn the importance of empathy and service both put together. I'm sure we will do all our best to try and satisfy the ideals of Rotary in this year, DG Fazal, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairmaker President. Thanks a lot. You are my inspiration.
Thank you, sir.
I now request all the participants and viewers to get their glasses of various kinds of liquids ready for the two toasts that will soon follow. I also request Shrikant to please join me on stage. Nam also to please join me on stage. Going to request Rotarian Suresh Sood to please toast the Midtown Anns, and after that, Ann Aarti will reply by toasting to all the Midtowners. So I'm requesting Suresh to please join us. Over to you, Suresh.
Good evening, Rotarians and friends. First of all, apologies for not adhering to the dress code, and also apologies for my wife Aarti being declared missing in action. Well, the problem is painting is ongoing at home, and though you can see nothing thanks to the wonders of technology and you see this nice beach background, that's not the reality. What you have in the background of where I am is a really messy affair. And being mindful that I am the second last stumbling block between you and the party, I'll make sure it's quick. On a more somber note, it's been a really tough year. One none of us can forget. We've all been impacted with somebody near and dear being lost to COVID. It's quite remarkable that there are so many vaccine options available in this short space of time from the time COVID hit us early last year. It's now just a matter of time that this will all be behind us. Rotary has, as usual and as expected, played a huge role in helping those in need. It's now time to look forward, pray and hope the worst is behind us, and move ahead. And before I raise a toast, I dare not forget to thank our Anns, without whose support we would never have achieved what we did. Let's also remember that behind every successful man is a woman. But do you know why? Well, it's because women are way smarter than we give them credit for, and they simply do not run after unsuccessful men. With that, I would like to raise a toast for our incoming President Shrikant, a third-gen Rotarian, and our incoming Gen Next Chairman, Zain Farooq, taller, smarter, better-looking version of his dad, as I told him on Facebook on his birthday. And cheers to yet another great year for Midtown and the new teams. All the very best. with that, I'll pass it back to Jawahar.
Short and sweet. Thank you, Suresh. I wish you all the very best in your painting episodes of your home so that you can sleep peacefully. I now want to go ahead and request Rotarian Namrata Bhatia to please propose a vote of thanks and call her to the stage. Please join.
Hello. Thank you. First, I'd like to announce our next program. On 3rd of August, we have something that is really the need of the hour. We have Shri M, who is a living yogi and a disciple of Shri Maheshwarnath Babaji, who in turn was the disciple of Maha Avatar Babaji, also called as Shri Guru Babaji. Shri M is also known as Shri Madhukar Nath Ji and is an initiate of the Nath Sampradaya. Now can you imagine, we are going to have him in conversation with us. So get your questions out. This has been a trying time for all of us. And please, if there is something you would like to ask him, we'll make sure you get your answer. So 3rd of August, please block your date. My. What an event this installation has been. It's truly been memorable, according to me. A big thank you to our Chief Guest, Chief Justice Shri Venkatachalaya Ji, for giving us his valuable time and wisdom. Thank you, PRID Pandurang Shetty, for your blessings and faith in us. Promise you we won't let you down. Thank you, DG Rotarian Fazal Mahmood. We know you have patience because we don't know how many installations you will be attending, but thank you for your grace and of course all your motivation and encouragement, which actually motivates us to do more. Thank you to all the PDGs, the district dignitaries, and thank you for attending the event. A big thank you to my enthusiastic president, Rotarian Shrikant Bhagwat, First Lady Syama, and the dynamic new board, the mentors that we have, and our co-opted directors. Thank you, Gen Next. You all have really proved yourself last year. In fact, I think we are the talk of town thanks to you. So Zen Farooq and your team, I'm sure you are going to really make it happen this year. And thank you very much. Thank you, Isha Goswami, and your beautiful Rotract team that we have set up. I'm sure you are also going to give us some great reasons to have more Rotracts set up. And of course, the star of the show, my dear MC Jawahar Gopal. Oh my God. Can you imagine he now has a new vocation? He can retire and just do MC. And I'm sure he'll have many takers. I, for one, am sure. Thank you, Sandeep and Nisha of Team Shubharambh. When I first met you, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to get with them. But you guys have excelled. And you know, your dedication, your commitment, going that extra mile, I'm sure you're going to go an extra mile. You really made this event happen for us. Chef Satya Prakash of the Taj, he never lets me down. Whenever we call him, he says, Aap batao kya chahiye? I'm sure you're all enjoying the meal that's come to you. Have a lovely evening because of that. And a generous thank you, a warm thank you To all our big hearts who have already started contributing to the club, our initiatives and our causes, may the Lord grant you so much joy and abundance, and may He give you more power. And to all you Rotarians, open your hearts. This is the year that we really, really need to give, because we know how much that is going to go, how far we are going to go with that. And last but not the least, my beautiful audience. We were at 150 at one time. Wow, that's quite a turnout for Rotary. Without you, what would this event be? Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. Enjoy your meal, and see you again on the 3rd of August. Thank you.
Okay. Team Shubharambh.
Invite all of you for the national anthem. Please rise to the national anthem. Sandeep, come. Start.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे